Welcome back upon for the next part of Limbus Company. In the last part, we had some fun with the hands. Found a ghost ship in the Grey Sea, in which case there was even more fishy guys flying in the air. And now, it seems like we encountered the Lobotomy Corps branch, but at the same time, the Calamity. The Calamity doesn't sound good at all, guys. That doesn't sound good at all. The ghost ship is already bad, but this has to be worse. But we have to go there. Haru is waiting for us, right? Haru is waiting for us. And Pilot. Pilot really wants us to save those guys, so we don't really have a choice. Not to forget that Virtuals would literally kick our butts if we were to return from here. Right? Okay then. The elusive Lobotomy Corps branch of U-Corp finally appeared from beyond the veils of mist, but it was completely covered under a layer of bizarre white membrane? Okay, I think that we are on the correct path at least. You think? Well, we'll see about that, huh? So, okay. There it is. Our destination, the Lobotomy Corps branch of U-Corp. You think that they're still there? You know, the survivors that Pilot mentioned? They have to be. Unless aught has transpired since then, we still have time aplenty. Do we still have time? What even is that? As Sinclair near St. Shadow thought, the large structure loomed even closer, out of the mist and into our line of sight. Oh yeah, that's creepy. Even Ryoshu says that it is creepy. Oh! Are those tentacles? No, right? Oh, please not. Every sinner, save for Ryoshu, froze. That's the Lobotomy Corps branch? We are as close as it is physically possible to be the center of the area, aligned by the coordinates. The structured size and appearance matches the intel we receive as well. The sight was enough to shut everyone up. To hope that there may be any survivor in the structure was far too optimistic a notion for the peers before us. I observed the Lobotomy Corps logo between the white matters. So that's really... yeah, that's certainly our branch, alright? The logo's right there. Only the smeared logo of the Lobotomy Corps branch glisters amidst the mounds of pallid, blasphemous white. That was the undeniable reality we found ourselves in. What the hell happened here? Pilot said that the last thing that the Twin Pirates said before leaving this place was, "The calamity's coming," wasn't it? The sight summons to my mind the memories from earlier days of this company. The manner in which organic tissues are plastered over the walls is quite reminiscent of that experience. They plastered organic tissues on the walls? Ugh! Back at the D-Corp branch, right? I hope there's no poison gas trap or anything like that here. That would be the worst. At D-Corp, there was a trader in our midst. Thus it would be a false equation to use that experience to gauge the intensity of this mission. Yeah, I don't think it'll be much better here, if not worse. Then Pilot's team is already— Hey, Sinclair, don't say that. Haru is with them. Haru is going to keep them safe. Somehow, I think. We should consider them lucky if they haven't been turned into mermaids. Alright, that is also a possibility. So the calamity that Pilot mentioned didn't destroy the Lobotomy Corps branch. It transformed this place into something uncanny. Something so grotesque that total obliteration would have been preferable to whatever happened here. Well, destruction isn't the only kind of calamity in this world. Sure. The Great Lake is home to 5 calamities. Well, 4 now, I suppose. 4? What do you mean? I mean that... you will find out soon enough. Did something happen to one of the calamities? Well, either way, it won't matter how careful you are. At the Great Lake, the calamities will always find you. The laws of the Great Lake don't apply to them, making it impossible to predict their pattern. They ignore the laws. And now's the time to row your way into the ruins the calamity left behind. Take the skiff to the Lobotomy Bridge. It's on the lake adjacent to this one. Skiff? Is that a separate boat? I'll keep my distance and watch this lake, just in case of an emergency. Wait, isn't that exactly why you should be coming with us? Who knows what the guide's about thinking, huh? After a quick tinkering from Faust, the skiff tied to the side of the Mephistopheles began to slowly descend. So yeah, that's probably another boat. A little boat, probably. It's the same skiff we used to get to the... Yeah, that confirms it. That's a very, very small boat. Probably a rescue boat or something like that. Not really that confident with my English vocabulary about all the different parts of a ship, but it has to be that lifeboat, right? It has to be. Yeah, we're getting a lot of use out of this boat, huh? True. I still don't trust this dingy thing. It's just too small. The small engine of the skiff very gently, and our short spurting journey to the Lobotomy branch began. Our lake's usually this foggy. The lake earlier was pretty misty too. We must remain vigilant. Fogged up horizons are climated quite ripe for an ambush. For so does #1 rule of adventurous tales. Wow, even that part is covered? Okay, they really covered everything with this stuff. And there was a growing sense of trepidation amongst the sinners as we climbed the pale membrane-enveloped stairs leading up to the Lobotomy Bridge. Hey, Dante, can you sense it? You know, the golden barrel? Not yet. Are you sure about that? Rhodia was visibly disappointed. Maybe she was half hoping that I'd tell her that the golden barrel wasn't here, so that we should just turn around and head right back to the Mephistopheles. Yeah, I can kinda understand why you don't want to go in there. I know that I'm the worrywart of the team whenever we got to check out places like this, but I have a really bad feeling about this, guys. The closer we got to the entrance, the more reluctant the sinners' gates became, as though they were growing increasingly worried that some unseen enemy could ambush them at any second. What's the hold-up? Aren't you coming? Don't you feel it? This dread? I thought it would affect you the most. You're the one who spent years on the lake after all. So, that's what's stopping you? It's... Wait by the entrance if you're not going. What did you expect, mate? I've given up talking sense into her a while ago. I thought she'd gotten a bit more cooperative as of late. Guess I was wrong. Well, we do have to go, right? Yeah. Ishmael appeared to be the only sinner uninterested in the Golden Barrow. The Golden Barrow, the unfathomably bone-chilling horror of the lake. I was starting to believe that she considered all of that nothing but an obstacle between her and her mission. And... Oh, I already see people. This doesn't look good, but at the very least not everything is covered in here, right? Is that supposed to be a good sign? No, I'm not entirely sure. What may be this pale mucous membrane covering the entirety of the structure? Some kind of mold, maybe. EF. Okay, I don't know that one. To identify it as a fungi, would require it to exhibit characteristics unlike the one we can observe here. I agree. They don't appear to be fungi. In fact, they appear to be made of organic, living flesh tissue. Do you see the blood vessel here? They've grown into random shapes without purpose or intent. Ridiculous. I'm surrounded by EF. Idiotic fools? Maybe? What do you mean with that? Art, reliant on the chaos of existence, cannot create patterns such as these. Look at the big picture, fool. Gaze upon the big picture. I only see pointless distribution that do nothing but waste our vigor. You do not intend to stall, no? See, Tyler? Ishmael already walked at a fair distance away from us. She doesn't seem bothered at all. But this whole thing is kind of bothering me. And there's already a fight. Great. Great. What is up with those tubes? Please not like that thing. Please not like that thing. What's that? The whalers? Not mermaids? Actual whale? Okay. The bizarreness continues deep into the Laboratory Corp branch. That white pallid membrane was covering every inch of its interior. Well, not quite. We saw some metallic pieces shining through. But that's alright. And we found those that were shambled around, wrapped under that very same membrane. Shambled around? Okay, what's that supposed to mean? Well, we're about to figure that out. 1 second though. No, it starts again. The invasion of the rabbits. The invasion of the rabbits, but here we go, umbrella guy. You survived another one. You survived another week. Hey, Dawn. It's not looking that great around here, huh? Dawn has stopped dead in her track. She was looking blankly at the section of the wall. Do you see anything interesting, kiddo? Here, in the wall. Huh? There is a person in the wall right there. Or maybe here as well? Maybe it's just a sculpture. Huh? It doesn't have to be a person. If there's anyone capable of sculpturing something so true to life as this, I will drop everything and plead the artist to take me in as their student. Oh, that's the highest form of praise that Ryosho can give. Oh. Oh, no. Are they the people that Pilot was looking for? What the? Okay. Well, at least he can technically... Is he crushed? He might be crushed. I was about to say maybe he can still breathe, but... No. I don't think so. Heed my words. Why the heck would you talk to it? Can it talk back? Behold, this man is alive. Oh, okay. Oh, this is the worst. This is absolutely the worst. It's making me really queasy here. Hark, my friend. This man is alive. We must free him from this bond post-haste. Even if we wanted to, it looks a bit too late for him. Total disassembly is the only way I see it ever getting out of there. Well then, Ryosho, you better ready your blade. You might have to do some cutting around here. And even then, where does it even start? It's covered in white. You can't even see it clearly. And it seems like there are more people around as well. Do you see that hook? At least 5 people, I would say. Huh. Well, by now we should be getting used to these failures. The body is firmly lodged in the wall. No ordinary human strength could separate this body from it. With superhuman strength, you risk tearing the body to several parts. Fie, this is an evil that cannot go unanswered. impressive. There's no sign of anyone forcing it into the wall, though. This is quite a natural exhibit, as though this was how it was conceived from the very beginning. The very beginning? I thought it would be different this time. We made a promise, gave our words. Well, so much for that, huh? Unlike the other sinners, Ishmael didn't even spare a glance to those that were trapped within the walls. Manager, staring at them won't magically summon the golden burrow to our palms. Say something so that we can get a move on. Wow, I guess there's nothing we can do to them. Still, can we at least kill them? I mean, they're literally trapped in the walls. For Effie, we spared them the suffering of a slow death, so at the very least we might be able to save him at least. And I've said it repeatedly that I don't want to waste time. We don't have to worry about the laws of the lake here, right? So why don't we make this a more leisurely... Sure, look around all you want, but you won't find any survivors here. A testament against their claim is right there. Those things aren't really alive. They're only pretending to be. Yet, I recognize these. They're runes left behind by that thing. The thing that leaves nothing unchanged in its wake. It could swallow the world in the blink of an eye, but it also spews it back out just as quickly. And what it spews out never comes back right. Isn't it funny? If it's going to spew it out anyways, what's the point of devouring it in the first place? Is that what happened to this place? I just don't understand. Why does it try to devour everything it comes across? Are you talking about the same whale you mentioned before? Now she got quiet. In no tale of adventure have I heard of one mentioning of such a terrifying whale. Is it truly a whale? Then why didn't you listen when I told all of you that we weren't ready? If you did, at least we could have been in the right headspace for the lake. But no. So you're saying that whale you met devoured this building? Yes. How can you be so sure of that? Because this pale rune is what the whale leaves behind. Everything turns pallid, like this building. Huh? I have visuals on a suspicious individual. Maybe it's an abnormality. We are in the lobotomy branch after all. Maybe. Yeah, let's just say that's what it was and shove it down, right? Wait a minute. That might be a survivor? An actual survivor? Well, didn't you just say there wouldn't be any survivors left here? Now which is it? I did. That's why it's so incredible. Hey! Ishmael, you shouldn't get too close to it. Ishmael strided towards the figure. Maybe she's being mind-controlled by the abnormality. No such signs have been detected. There's nothing out of the ordinary in her eyes either. He's still in a normal form. Sure, he also has that stuff on him, but he's not stuck in the wall. The closer Ishmael gets, the more of the figured body is taken over by the plate of white membrane. The voice grows increasingly incoherent. Never mind! Never mind! I think it's too much. It's too much. That's impossible. Just now, it was talking like a human. Ishmael. You saw it too, right? Just now it tried to talk like a human. Ishmael, you have to get away from... No, this can't be real. If what I've known my whole life about this place is about the Great Lake. She's experienced heightened emotion that's not good. Damn it, Ishmael! I could have asked one of the sinners to stop her, but before I even realized what I was doing, I was running towards Ishmael. I think it was guilt that pushed me to act. Guilt that I may have played a part in driving Ishmael to this point. Dante! You have to be careful! You already risked your life before! Oh, but guilt can sometimes help. The figured face shifted again when it approached Ishmael. Why did you turn back now? The white membranes covering their face began to withdraw, as though an unseen force is peeling it off the skin. The mouth didn't come back, but the eyes that looked at us were unmistakably human-shaped. They were blinking, with effort. Are you still in there? The membrane is gone? When you approached it, this white membrane, it faded. It appears that the golden barrow is counteracting its effect. Wait, but what does it have to do with Dante then? Does he also have some kind of golden barrow with him? I thought we always passed him over to the company. Huh. Faust approaches us. Dante, it appears that the shard of the golden barrow lodged into your clock is counteracting the infection of this palification effect to a degree. There is a shard of a golden barrow in the inside of our clock? Why didn't you ever mention that? I thought... Okay, something has to keep him alive with a clock face like that, but why didn't you ever mention that? The figure, whose mouth was still wrapped under the pallid membrane, blinked warily, as though they could understand what we were saying. Counteracting? Wait, so with a golden barrow, a mermaid can... a mermaid can actually turn back into a human? Is that what you're trying to say? Did I get that right, Faust? Well, that theory has not been properly closely examined. Just tell me if it's possible. Though it was curt, I've never heard such an intense desperation in her voice before. Yes, although it may be limited to mermaids of the whale that presumably devoured the structure. Manager, Dante, just what are you? Realizing that there was something I could have done, the memories of that day, the nightmares that I tried so hard to lock away. They're coming back right before my eyes. I can see them, vomiting from that whale, sinking, floating in the briny sea. All of them. Ishmael? Ishmael looked at me with a vacant expression. You heard it too, don't you? You heard how the waves roared that day. Ishmael was right. Emotion of the past began flooding, roaring before me. Ishmael. She stands alone in a sea of tall, rolling waves. Are you showing me another memory, Ishmael? I nodded carefully, though. Once I was a seafarer, a fixer, a sailor. I was something in an awkward middle ground, which we call the whalers. Do you understand? No. Do you see them? Do you see the looks on the faces of those who dared to wager everything, and those who had nothing left to wager? Whaling ships carry people like them across the waves. So you've seen it yourself. The whale that devoured this place? The whales we've met so far transform those they devour into something completely different, into something utterly unrecognizable from who they were before by rearranging and replacing their whole body. But that whale, it's different. Those devoured by the pallid whales aren't transformed. They're still themselves, just wrapped in a pale membrane. I guess it's a stretch to say that they're still themselves. Sometimes we sail our ship towards the outskirts. There we would see those ships. Those false ships. The ships that have turned completely pallid. It's an old wisdom amongst whalers that those ships must be avoided at all costs, even if it means going all the way around the lake they are in. Because the sailors consumed by that whale retain everything, their habits, their skills, except that they wander the lake only to attack everything they come across. The captain of the Pirogue, our ship, she had a mission to hunt the pallid whale with her own 2 hands. The entire time we sailed on the Bequout, she sermonized our ears off about what a worthy, honorable mission it was to hunt that whale. It was annoying, and we knew that she wasn't exactly all there, but no, maybe she knew how to sink the rest of us to the depths of her insanity. Her mission soon became our very own. To hunt that pallid whale became our salvation, our destiny. That captain drove everyone on that ship mad. When the time finally came to face that whale, the whale from which all hatred, all evil of the world spouts, we were promptly crushed, devoured, reduced to a scattering pile of driftwood. When I came to, floating in the vast coldness of the sea, holding on to my dear life to a piece of driftwood, there was nothing left. Nothing. And when I realized that what I was holding on to wasn't a piece of driftwood, but what? That is why I can never forgive her. Why did you stop your tail there? What did you hold on to? What was it? Maybe it's better if we don't know, actually. It might have been a body. It might have actually been a body. At a certain point, this stopped being a conversation. Ishmael's word grew increasingly aimless like a vortex of the sea, endlessly whirling in place. Now it was clear what Ishmael's mission was, where the tip of her razor-sharp harpoon aimed. It was aiming at the captain that drove them all to damnation, an overwhelming tide of hatred and obsession burning fiercely in her direction. I'm going to kill her with my own 2 hands. There was no room for reason or rationality to convince her otherwise. Oh. I suppose bringing up that I saw from Ishmael's obsession, a glimpse of her old captain won't do anything to help right now. Ishmael, we don't even know if that captain is still alive. I was desperately hanging on to my best mate's coffin. The coffin, not the body, but the coffin. The coffin of someone with whom I'd share everything. That is when I, through the tempest, saw the captain. I saw that fucker standing alone, facing down that whale as it devoured her ship, laughing madly. Her fiercely loyal crew were floating on the surface of the outskirts sea, powerless to do anything but wait until they were devoured too. But none of that mattered to her. That bastard is alive. She has to be alive still. She just has to be. So I have to find her. We have to. Not before we kill the captain. Ishmael. I wanted to ask her which we she was referring to, but I was starting to think that nothing I said would improve anything if I didn't outright bring everything crashing down. That was when an imperceptible light breeze broke through the silence. A breeze? A solitary butterfly? Oh no! It's a butterfly! Everyone run! Everyone run! That's a bad sign! Nothing good comes ever from a butterfly! Ever! It moved with grace, tinged with fragility, as though it did not fear the weight of this heavy silence. It took a moment to gently flutter onto a puddle. That's a butterfly. You think that any ordinary butterfly would wander in a place like this? After a quick respite, the butterfly fluttered its wing and took off once again. It's like the butterfly is asking us to follow. Is it an abnormality? Finally, I was wondering when they would show up, the ugly mugs, right? Huh. It might be a trap, but we are lost. It's the only thing with any sense of direction we have at the moment. I'm agreeing. I'm also quite intrigued by the butterfly. Are you alright, dude? You haven't been saying anything for a while. But then again, they did say that the membrane is closing off his mouth, right? So, what do you think that they're saying? I have been lending them my ears, yet none has yet to reach me. They are speaking in a certain pattern, though I'm unable to decipher it. It's a code of sorts, a mix of sound frequencies and encrypting patterns. Ah. Don was at the far back end of the line, looking back at the figure. I suppose it is true that without Manager Esquire, there could be no resolution to thy predicament. When I walked away, the Palladian membranes grew over the face again, burying it. And it began to shamble. It is just as Ishmael said, where they now roam the Great Lake, attacking everyone and everything they came across. Not only their physical sense, but also their sense of self, forgotten deep under the pallid membrane. Wait a second, did we just leave him behind? Couldn't we just take him along? At the very least he was still in there. For as long as Dante was close by. We could just gather them all up. Never mind, those are twin hook pirates. We can leave them be. I don't care about... They're at 36. Oh no, Heathcliff is gonna recover. This might cause some issues, but it's fine. Oh, they have minus coins. 10 to 6. 12 to 2. Technically speaking, that's actually a very huge gap. But they can inflict paralysis on top of bleed, which is handy. Quite handy for Heathcliff. Gain protection for every survivor ally. Okay. Gain 2 protection extra. Inflicts pallid noise. Pallid noise. SP loss efficiency plus 2. If at less than or equal to minus 45 SP. And inflict with this buff. Gain noise panic next turn. Turn end. Reduce this effect by 1. Okay. What is noise panic then? It inflicts that stuff on us. Okay, I'm not gonna question it until the noise panic is going to get an effect. Passive. Gain offensive, level up, and defense up for every living palified ally, not counting this unit. That's bad. At 10% of max HP, inflict 20 SP damage on hits. Inflict 1 pallid noise next turn, then dies. Okay. If this unit is dealing dealt the final blow, apply 1 protection, 2 defense step up to all allies. So they can buff each other by death, and they can kill themselves and inflict SP damage on us if we don't kill them instantly? Or is this... Wait, are they going to... Okay, I don't quite understand this passive. Once they go to 10%, I have to make sure to kill them, otherwise they explode something, maybe? I mean, they're going to die in the next turn. And do extra damage, so I have to be sure to kill them, finish them off at that turn, right? Maybe? Is there any difference between them? Yeah, this one is more about the pallid noise, more bleed, and a little bit of fragility. This one is the same as the first one. And more bleed. Okay. This is a bit tricky, but I guess as long as I need to... As long as I keep up with my SP, I don't really have to worry about that, right? I think at least. So you can start off with a little bit of pallid noise, I guess. If the target has pallid noise, deal SP damage. Every other surviving ally. Okay. Sounds a bit bad. If Clash win, inflict pallid noise. Well, you're just gonna defend them. I'm not gonna risk that. Don't really care about this one. But I'm not going to risk anyone gaining any kind of pallet noise stuff around here. I can tank the bleed. I mean, sure, bleed can cause some issues around here, but I can certainly tank the bleed if I have to. So did anyone get pallet stuff? No, I don't think so, right? I don't see it. Okay. Okay. So you defend now. When attacking, well, the unit has also inflict. Wait. So you will inflict pallet noise, because if I don't do anything against you, you will gain 3 points next turn. Now the thing is, do I care about the noise? I don't think that I would care enough about the noise to actually attack into that. Yeah, I don't care that much about it, so we can just ignore it. But I do care about this win. We can ignore this one as well. We have currently minus 15, that's good. I guess we can go for the counter. You're not going to inflict any pallets, so I can ignore it. And the rest is just going to attack freely. There you go. A good hit. Paralysis for the next turn is even more better. Come on, Otis. There we go. Don't lose against this guy now. Okay. So if I defend against the defense buff, I don't really have anything to worry about. That is really good to know. You're just going to recover a little bit of your health, but then again, no, I need the other tech for that. We're going to save the bullet for the next round. Boost up our red damage for as much as we can. That's a free hit. Let's go for 58 and a little bit of purple. Ooh. Okay, it's fine. But this was still a bit of win. Everything is fine. Number 38, she has enough SP to safely go for the magical bullet without any worries, so that's good. Are we able to use the other skills as well? Yes, for sure. This guy is dead. Okay, it's not enough to finish both of them off, but it's fine. I'm going to take my time with this. Just gonna get rid of those 2 slots. That should go through without issue. I don't want to use my orange against those guys. And the rest is just going for double purple, just in case they are able to survive this somehow. Just in case. I don't really think it's going to happen, but you never know, right? You never know. Never mind. Never mind. Ishmael is really strong. And after all, every single kill is for gaining some SP around here, which is counterproductive for Heathcliff, but there's not really anything we can do about it. Okay, that's a win. We're going to go for the bullets. Twice. That's a win. That should win as well. I'm just gonna hope that you are somehow able to lose this. You will certainly trigger the Palade effect, seeing how he's going to use guard. But that's fine. I guess at this point of time I can take it without issues. And we go for another AoE, and then yeah, I have to make sure that they win. Faust has to win her clashes, that's for sure, otherwise she's going to get paralysis. And from all guys, the only person that I would actually love to see paralysis on is Heathcliff. But Heathcliff is very, very picky about the clashes he wins and loses around here, right? Certainly. Okay. Get ready for the first shot. It's gonna hurt a lot. Actually, speaking now that I see them, wait a second, they look different. There's some new guys in there. I didn't even see them. I didn't even pay enough attention to them. I thought there would be more pirates. What is that? Some kind of leech? Oh god, okay, that's a good hit on my Heathcliff. It's perfect actually, since we are back to minus 13 SP. Are you kidding me? I usually never lose with that skill. Never! Okay, what's that? A pallid white mermaid. So that whale also creates mermaids, not only those membrane thingies. Which inflicts sinking, but sinking isn't so bad. Also pallid noise, that could be an issue, maybe? Final attack power +1 for each surviving palified ally, not counting this unit. Heals 40% of damage dealt. Copy one of the buffs currently applied on the target. Gains the copy's buff next turn. Limit to attack buff, haste, damage up, and protection. Then heals an additional 40% of damage on the second hit. Okay. Seems a bit busted. It also gains 2 offensive level and defensive level for every palified ally. Great. Also comes with the same thrashing field thingy. About 10% max HP. This is gonna really be bad. If there are surviving palified allies at the turn end, all enemies with 20 or more SP lose 1 SP for every surviving palified ally, not counting this one. So you constantly attack my SP. Okay. I mean, it could be worse. Right? Could certainly be worse. You go for the 13. That's a free hit. You have 34 SP, so that means we can go for another shot, I guess. 14 is good enough. 13 is good enough. That seems like an easy win. So we're just going to build our tremor. I kind of wish that we had less SP. Oh wait, we have 2 palified on hill. But still, I kind of wish that we had less SP around here, but there isn't really much we can do about it, so we're just going to go for the attack. Oh god, Ishmael. It's going terribly, but at the very least you win your second clash, right? At the very least we have the second clash. 22, that's good. 30 SP, even better. Is that enough to get anyone close enough to that? Yes, at least one, that's good. How about the second one? Down to 28. 7. Okay. Okay, that looks very, very good. Almost! You were almost able to kill that guy, Feet. You were almost able to kill him, but that's fine. And now seeing how he's staggered, I don't really think we have to worry about this at all. Yep. Just 1 free hit. That's all that it took. Okay, that wasn't so bad, right? That wasn't so bad, even though those guys look horrifying. No, but seriously, what happened there? What was that? Some kind of mermaid? Is this the second stage of the transformation? Could have been, right? It could have been. And then there's the butterfly. The lake and the butterfly. Wait a second, how much time do I have? That much, but I should be able to fit that in. We follow the mysterious butterfly deep into the lobotomy corp branch. A man with a floating head was waiting for us there. Huh? Okay. Let's check it out, but before that, I need a high level umbrella guy. Really high level. Really, really high level, otherwise it's always going to gain SP. But the rabbits! There are way too many rabbits! There we go, umbrella guy! Why do we all have rabbits? wish they would show all the supports at once. Why do I have to go back and forth? Just show me the entire list. That would be very handy. That would be very, very handy. And we start with the fight first. Okay. Wait, what's that? Palified thing with shield. That's our guys! You want to make me fight our guys? And they inflict tremor. Actually, that might be really good for me if they hit my... Is it just tremor count? Oh, the inflict tremor count. Oh, that's really good for Faust. If you hit me with that one, that would be really good. Tremor burst, on the other hand, could cause some issue, especially with the 10 rapture. But that isn't really so bad. Oh my god, they even have the Rhodian variation in here? With defense down? In Para? Well, at the very least they don't have suppression, right? At the very least they don't have suppression. I'm really sorry guys, but I think I have to cut this fight a little bit short, seeing how we are really, really close to the time limit. But hey, at the very least I can show off their skills a little bit before we finished off really quickly. But then again, turn 6, and we start the second wave. Yeah, I don't really fight them that quickly, but that's fine. It's fine to take our time as long as we don't reach 10, right? As long as we don't reach 10. There we go. Not so bad. Not so bad. Oh, Dawn. Why this picture? No more pictures. Oh, wait. Can we talk to this guy now? I mean, he's also called a mermaid, but his mouth is open. Huh? Maybe. The mermaids. I think there's less of them now. Someone stood there, waiting for us. He must have arrived here much earlier than we have. Okay. Quite a journey you have endured. The butterfly we were following folded its wings and settled gently into his slobbish head. Okay. Ah, there it is, right here. In his head. Uh-huh. The figure's voice was clear and precise, unlike that of a mermaid. And not like an abnormality. I didn't expect to find any unharmed survivors. No, wait. Is he a distortion? Oi, Clockhead. Are you a friend with that bowlhead? No. A distortion? Like that Bing Bong Spa Friar owner from earlier? I see that many of you are rather flummoxed by my appearance. That is but one of many ways one may choose to understand the journey that is the world. So please, do not be so worried. Oh, thy head! Squish and splosh so! Under the night sky, where the stars have gone out, I await the coming dawn. Call me Rim. Rim, okay. Well, we're not here to introduce ourselves, so why don't we just cut to the chase? Explain yourself. You must have some reasons for coming to this mad, mermaid-infested place. And we didn't see any other boat than our own by the docks of the structure. So explain how you... I have no need for ships, should I wish to cross the ocean. I am simply here to have a look at all of you. Wow, we're really starting to put our names out there. We have even more fans now? You are those who follow the Barrow's golden ray. Okay, well if you're here to see us, knowing what we're looking for... No way, are you about to tell us where the golden Barrow is? Huh? Isn't it obvious that he's here to stop us from? Yes, indeed I am. Man, I'm really off my game today. To seek the Barrow within the structure is to understand the fertility of time. And what's that supposed to mean? I still can't sense the golden Barrow this deep into the branch. There was truth to what he said. The Barrow was no longer here. Then, to where must we journey? I am certain that you are already aware that there are parties other than your own that are interested in the Barrow. You have surrendered one of them after toiling for it, in fact. How do you know that? The whale, once fated to roam the outskirts for all eternity, is now drawn by that same incandescent glided calling. Glided calling? Okay. So you're saying the whale came from the outskirts all the way to the Great Lake of Ucorp for the Golden Burrow? Quite. And swallowed the structure whole with that delicate burrow. The abnormalities here have also left with that magnificent yet fragile whale drawn by that self-same call. What you seek is no longer to be found here. Excuse me, why are you sharing this information with us? It matters not who lays claim upon the Golden Burrow, or to what end they use it. It is no more than a mere fluttering of a wing. We simply seek to steer the echoes of that fluttering towards a better direction. We? Who are you talking about? We are those who watch us all, those who bide the time, those who will be sovereign of the star. Yet we are those who cannot all embody the same star. Uh-huh. A red mark briefly flashed on his head. I've seen that mark before. Oh, was it the one that you had, Sinclair? Those who watch us, you say? Yi Sang shot a silent glance in Rim's direction. Rim, have you also watched the breaking of the league then? Have you any idea of what fate has befallen our old fellas? I do. Yet you have done nothing but observe? Seems like it. Is he one of your old friends, Yi Sang? A part of my life that you have witnessed the fought. One of those who left when the League of Nine scattered into the winds. You have last uttered to me that you would journey to the ocean, yet... Indeed, I was one of them. Once. I shall answer your question, Yi Sang. You asked whether I have done nothing but watch. That is a question born of veracity. For you, the League is dead, yet for some, its death was but the beginning. I am certain that you are well aware of that yourself. When does something end? When does something begin? The distinction is arbitrary and signifies naught. The shattering of the League was a beginning for brother young Yi as well. For something new to bloom, huh? I see. So you cast it aside long time ago. My eyes were simply opened at the steams of this world. The singular, yet all-important steam. Once your eyes are open to it, everything else becomes as hollow as the fall of wilted petals. I just need to know one thing. If the Golden Burrow is inside the whale that devoured this place, and if the Golden Burrow can really, somehow counteract the palified effects. Ishmael's breath was quick and light. She couldn't finish a sentence. It can be said that, indeed, what you believe, what you wish to be truth, is correct. Okay, I see. I hope I have been a useful signpost to you all. To where do you seek to depart again? I was once a mere paunch who only knew where the sea, the river, and the city were. Now I seek to reach there with my wings. That is all. Stop right there! You know too much! Think we're about to let you leave just like that? Pity. Try as you might to hold me now. I float betwixt your fingers. And he's gone. Well then. With that, he stepped into the puddle and disappeared into the depths. Did he just dissolve himself? No, right? That picture! That wasn't here before! With the coffin! I noticed the coffin! Okay. So, it was pretty much pointless to go after the Lobotomy Corp branch. So are we going to leave this place now, or are we following the butterfly? It seems like we are following the butterfly. But I just saw my time. I can't really follow the butterfly today. We have to save that one for the next part. I hope you guys had fun. Even though we didn't get that far into the Lobotomy Corp branch, but that's fine, right? That's fine. Either way, I hope you guys had fun. And see you next Thursday. Until then, bye bye!